Hello and welcome. I'm your host Elizibar, and I just got done reading the first two issues of Kaiju Score. So this book combines two of my favorite things. So if you don't know anything about me, all right, this is your first exposure to Dr. Elizibar, PhD. Let me tell you, I like giant monsters. I like heist movies. Mass Effect 2 is the best Mass Effect game because it's a heist movie in video game form. Like I That's my opinion. Other people disagree with me, but that's my opinion. I really like Mass Effect 2 because it's a heist movie. Ocean's 11, great movie, heist movie. So, now that I've put those two thoughts out there, how much do you think I'm going to like a movie, or not a movie, a comic book, because this is a comic book, not a movie, obviously, that combined giant monsters and heists? If the answer is, boy, Elizibar had a lot of fun reading this, congratulations, you got the correct answer. Can't resist it. It's true. I had a lot of fun reading this. It's not perfect. I don't even know if I'd describe it as actually great, but it's just kind of a ton of fun. My main complaint with the book is all the swearing, and well, it's a crime story, so that's kind of goes with the territory, but dropping so many F-bombs devalues the value of the F-bomb from a narrative sense. Let's crack this open. The artist has several different styles here depending on what exactly is going on. Like things look like this, like they're sketched out things that are in a journal or something when the main character is planning. And then when stuff is actually happening, we go to a cartoonish but more realistically rendered style. I think that's the right way to put it. It's a lot of fun. There's our main character, by the way, over here drinking in the bathtub because he's a professional. The whole premise of the story is thanks to the waters being warmer, there's more of these little fish. Now, why does that matter? Because giant monsters eat those fish. And the whole premise of the story, let me flip over to the back of the book, back of issue 1, when we see the giant monster, is he wants to do a job while the giant monster is rampaging through the town. So issue 1 is getting the crew together. It actually probably moves a little faster than it should. I don't know how many issues this is supposed to be. Does it say anywhere? No, it doesn't say anywhere on here how many issues this is supposed to be, but usually in a heist movie, you have like a good third of the movie at least is getting the team together. Then the next third is you're showing off all the planning and the practicing and stuff like that. And then the last act is where they actually do it. Here, the first two acts are kind of all pretty much just wrapped up in issue 1. It's good setup. It ends off on a moment where it's like, okay, the party's getting ready to start. And that's where issue 2 comes in. Now, they've got a whole world here. See what I'm talking about with that the art style? How it looks like that? Like somebody's cutting and pasting things and dropping them on a sheet of paper or whatever like that. I kind of like it. I like that shift in the art styles. See, even over here, we're getting like backstory, and it's in that kind of format. But when stuff starts happening, we switch over to this kind of art. Now, it's definitely got a style. It's definitely cartoonish. It's very fast and loose, which I really appreciated. It feels like these things are gonna. Sometimes it feels like they're gonna kind of slide right off the page. I definitely enjoyed looking at the art. It's pretty good. That's the giant monster over here snoozing because that's what they do. And the whole plan is they're going to rob this art gallery, and they're going to do it. So the art gallery's got like minimum staff, minimum guards, because everybody that's not essential had to evacuate. The National Guard is keeping everybody away from the monster. So as long as the monster's like hanging out here, they've got free reign to do whatever they want. The power grid's turned off, so there's no lights, no energy, nothing that the giant monster, if he topples a power line, I'm sorry, if she topples a power line, will cause a fire. And things start going wrong. In fact, things started going wrong actually before the crew was even together back in issue 1. I just didn't say what it was because I want you to check it out and read it for yourself. But, I mean, you can tell. Like, he's pointing a gun at her head. Like, things are already, that's our planner, by the way, things are already going wrong, which it's a heist movie. Things have to start going wrong as the story progresses, and they have to try to work around them or fix them, and things need to get crazier and crazier as they go. That's what you got right here. Now, I don't know exactly where this is going to go. Issue 2 ends on a great moment I can't tell you about because that would be total Omega spoilers. But you got a giant monster. Just think, what typically happens in giant monster movies? There's like only 2, maybe 3 possible ways that one of those kind of monster stories ends. So they got all their stuff. They got giant monsters. They got robberies. They didn't really have a whole lot of time on camera to practice, but the plan was explained to us. So it's all very satisfying. Man, I just really love this. Look at the foreshortening on the gun. Like, this is just a great, great panel. And the panel, like, it's drawn all the way up to here. I don't know how much actual art was drawn in underneath this, but if he actually drew the rest of her head there and this little smoke trail, like, oh man, talk about a shame that it was covered up. Because it looks good, man. Look at her hair. It looks like it's going to just move, even though it's a drawing. Look how emotive her face is over here. She's barking at him. Like, you can see it. See? It's bolded and the... Oh, you can't see. I'm sorry. The U is bolded. Pick this up. Right there. And her mouth is wide. Like, she's clearly angry. He's clearly a little bit upset. Like, the emotions just pop right off the page, man. Everything about this just looks like it's alive, even though it's got that style to it and doesn't look realistic at all. I had a great time reading it. If I had to, like, attribute a number to this book, it'd probably be something like, you know, I don't know, 3.5 out of 5. Like, it was pretty good. Maybe a 3 out of 5. Probably a 3 out of 5. It was pretty good. And it was a lot of fun. But, it did leave me wanting more. Like, I'm waiting. Like, my final judgment is going to be, like, how I feel when I get done reading the story, you know? But I had a blast reading it. What more can you want? I had no idea what to expect going into this except kaijus, you know, giant monsters, and heist movies. And it delivered on both of those points, which means I am very satisfied with this purchase, with these books. It's cool stuff. Every now and then, you know, these smaller publishers, man, they come up with something that's just totally unconventional and tons of fun. And this is one of them. So congratulations to the writer and the artist. I'm giving you guys a thumbs up right now on camera, right here. I really want to read the third one. I kind of wish I hadn't read any of this until I got the whole set and then just like binge read all of it because it's left me wanting more. Bye-bye, everybody. Take care of yourselves. I'll see you again next time, I hope. Anyway.